Hello YouTube and Diablo fans. This is the second of a series of short videos about how to play Diablo 3 for fun. What I want to do now is talk about the Monk class, which is what I play, and the kind of stats you need to have to approach Inferno difficulty, especially as a monk. First, the monk is a martial arts hero, so you will be landing punches. Now, you could attack like this. But this is much more impressive. Alternately, you can use Crippling Wave, then you swing your die bow, so attack speed is much less important. In general, you want to be as close to 2 attacks per second as possible, and that means attack speed is essential for your rings. This high of attack speed is amazing, but anything approaching 2 will be enough. Second, no matter how you play the game, you will be taking a lot of damage, which means you need a lot of healing. The monk has a unique method of healing, which turns nearly all your attacks into powerful sustaining resources, and that is life per spirit spent. Life per spirit spent is available on monk class items, fist weapons, die bows, and spirit stones. This allows you to earn spirit and spend it for healing when you need it, and also to automatically heal yourself whenever you unleash your most powerful attacks. Third, the most effective way to create a high damage character is to deal a lot of critical hits and to deal high critical hit damage. Ideally, the dual-wielding monk wants critical hit chance on rings, amulets, gloves, and bracers, and critical hit damage on the rings, amulet, gloves, and weapons, plus sockets for emeralds. Those with less to spend will have to compromise. To achieve 40,000 DPS, a 25% critical hit chance, and about 400 critical hit damage will probably be enough. Alright, now I want to show some of what it takes to gear a monk for Inferno, the stats you should aim for, and the equipment you need to attain that. The first thing for a new Inferno monk is a shiny new Spirit Stone, and in his Radiance is a bargain here, with guaranteed dexterity, vitality, socket, and at least 5% critical hit chance. It's more economical than a rare helm with the same stats. For chest armor, you want to concentrate on your primary survival stats, getting around 90 dexterity, 90 vitality, 90 total resistances, and some bonus armor. For bracers, again there is a bargain legendary. The strong arm bracers have guaranteed primary stat, life, armor, and critical hit chance. Buy this with the resistance you want to stack. On shoulders, go for about 90 dexterity, 90 vitality, around 40 resistances, and bonus armor. Your hero's amulet will be very expensive if you try to get too many offensive stats, but you can get large amounts of primary stats, so look for something with about 100 dexterity, 200 vitality, resistances, and bonus armor. Good gloves are always at a premium. So try to get a deal by buying without a primary stat or less than you would like, maybe a few resistances, but get at least 8% to attack speed and 8% to critical hit chance. 9 is better, but don't compromise below 8. Belts can also be a premium item with large amounts of primary stats, so I recommend getting, for starters, a survival-oriented belt with at least 120 total resistances, 70 vitality, and bonus armor. For pants, don't compromise below 70 vitality, about 120 resistances, bonus armor, and either get a lot of dexterity or 2 sockets for emeralds. For boots, get 70 vitality, 70 dexterity, at least 120 resistances. Alternately, get movement speed, but take a few less resistance. Normally, monks will want to dual wield, and I recommend that a monk always have life per spirit spent on their weapons, which means that you will be using fist weapons, with a base damage of at least 700. Try to get at least 40 life per spirit spent, 40 critical hit damage, and an open socket. Dexterity if you can afford it, but otherwise don't bother. Rings may be your most expensive items. You need attack speed, not less than 6%, critical hit chance not less than 3%, and some average damage. Beyond that, get some stats that support your particular hero's type, some armor, resistances, or primary stat. Or fill in for compromises you made with your other gear. Finally, buy the best emeralds you can afford, 2 of them, and put them in your monk's weapons. All of this gear will cost between 700,000 or 1 million gold, more if you want to buy a little bit better. This is roughly what a hero earns during the leveling process, so it should be reasonably obtainable. What this gear gives you is roughly 1,000 dexterity, 30% critical hit chance, plus 250% critical hit damage, 1.8 attacks per second, 30,000 life, 3,000 armor, 550 resists, or altogether about 20,000 DPS and 200,000 effective hit points. This is sufficient to handle Inferno without any monster power. Elite packs and bosses will be challenging but manageable. Your hero will be able to approach the game using a variety of different builds. As an example, I will demonstrate 2 very non-optimal situations and show you that they can be defeated with these stats. The first will be a high DPS build facing a tough elite pack. The second will be the Asmodean boss fight with a survival-oriented build.
Are you bent on self-destruction?
Nephilim, fool. When the Soul Stone is embedded in my flesh, the seven shall be as one within me. I will be the son of all hells, the prime evil. Your wretched life. Arrogant Nephilim, my servants will feast on your pride as they devour your flesh. Nephilim, my servants will feast on your pride as they devour your flesh. You are no match for the Lord of Sin. Enough. The dark power of hell will consume you. Run, Nephilim. It will not
Both of these fights, of course, have been non-optimal, since a tough elite pack would be better approached with a survival-oriented build, and a boss with relatively predictable attacks would be better approached with a high DPS build. Be sure to check out the third and final video in this series, where I discuss players returning to Diablo 3 after leaving, how the patches have changed things, and some of the new content. Thanks for watching.